ఆత్మదైవముల హయగ్రీవ రామచంద్రుల భక్తియుక్తి నౌదల ధరించి రామానుజాక్షావిరాజితులౌ తల్లిదండ్రుల హృదయ పద్మమును నిలిపి రామానుజాక్షావిరాజితులౌ గురువర్ల హృదయ పద్మమును నిలిపి శ్రీకృష్ణమాచార్యు శ్రీపార్థసారథిన్ మేనమామల సంప్రీతి గొలిచి ఉభయ వేదాంత సౌరభమిచ్చి దీవించునామరంగంటి రంగార్యుదలచి స్ఫూర్తి సంధాత యశోదీపితున చేత రఘునాథు పాండితి ప్రౌఢిమెచ్చి రాఘవుడ నేను శుభనవారంభని పుణచరణ దాసుడ నుడివెద సరసమృదల వాక్సుధాధార సభ్యతాభావుకులకు సుహృత సంపదల్ప మోదమలర గౌతమాన్వయ సంజాతం రామానుజ గురోస్సుతం వెంకటార్యమహం వందే భ్రాతరం చింతితార్థతం. అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. వెల్కమ్ టు TKVR Alps, the next segment following the preceding ones. I was talking about festival occasion of Holi, and I mentioned that it is given clearly in various books of Rigveda, Puranas and other things. Whatever way of performance is there nowadays, it is not at all significant at all. It is added during our historian periods only. Earlier, the Holi festival is conducted in a different way. What is the difference? That I have to mention with the help of Narada Purana, Narada Smriti, Nirnaya Sindhu, Nirnayamruta, Madaranatna Manjari, Dharma Sindhu and Jyotir Niyamavali. That's why I am saying it is not the festival occasion which we are habituated to perform with the different colors, throwing colors at each other, everybody, and having beautiful drinks and other things also like that. Actually, the festive occasion is entirely different. The main process is entirely different. This festival had been started in Kritayuga second part, I said it. Hiranyakasipu Hiranyaksha had a stepsister. Her name was Holika. When Hiranyaksha was killed by Lord Vishnu in the form of the mighty white boar Varahavatara, and Hiranyakasipu rallied against Devas with his financial power. Then Lord Narasimha came into picture and killed him. This is a story, we know it. But in between, another story happened. Prahlada was behaving against the will and wish of Hiranyakasipu. Hiranyakasipu has given many kinds of tortures to the boy. But the boy was saved by Lord Vishnu in a different frame. But in the human body, in the frame of human nature, he was protected indirectly, in silence, incognito, by the lady called Holika, the stepsister of Hiranyakasipu and Hiranyaksha. That's why when the gentleman identified that Holika is giving helping hand to Prahlada, Hiranyakasipu has cursed her, given a curse, given a bane, saying that in latter years you will become a devil and you will be insulted by each and every person, and only in the entire year, only one day they will be giving some offerings to you, sacred offerings, but the two abusing you, insulting you, pouring all sorts of indecent words on you, they will think of you, they will honor you, they will felicitate you. He said it. To mark that one, Holi festival is conducted. On this day, usually other aspects you are very well aware of, but people have forgotten an important thing On this particular day, an effigy made of wood and dry grass and other stuffing material. An effigy is made. The effigy is in the form of a lady only, that is Holika, and it will be installed in an open place, open ground, outside the village or town or city, outskirts of the region, and then they will start the festival. How? The effigy will be decorated with garlands of cakes of cow dung, later rotten and filthy smelling hides of strings and ribbons of animals, and later tattered footwear with dumped in mud, with that one also, and with that one the effigy is decorated. Later, everybody, down from a child to an old person, they start singing, shouting, clapping, dancing, going around and round the effigy. At the same time, they will be shouting and shrieking and clapping, uttering abusing words, horrible words, the utterances of filthy scoldings, the most unparliamentary expressions, without any particular taboo or condition or hesitance. With abuses, they will shout whatever may be the abuse, and they will be in trance, fully drunken stage. In such a stage, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, everybody will be doing like that. Finally, it will be set to fire. After that one, they will have a feast. This is the process. Many may not believe, but I shall give you the reference from the Puranas. They will pray the Lord, they will pray the goddess. Asmabhi bhaya santrastaihi kritatvam holikeya atastvam pujayishyam bhute bhuta pradayani. Yes, on this day only we are praying to you. How? Gayan, Hasan, Jalpan, with the utmost freedom, very freely, without any control over mind or body or word. They will be doing that one. Gayan, singing, Hasan, heckling at the lady, smiling or shouting or laughing like that. Jalpan, speaking indecent words. What kind of words? I will not explain, but the Sanskrit quotation I shall give you. Sabdaihi linga bhagankitaihi. You contact any nearby Sanskrit scholar and he will explain the meaning of this one, because certain meanings should not be expressed in the meetings, etc. It is to be given by only one to only one student by the teacher. That's all. Not in the congregation of students also. Like that. You have to do all these things. This process, many may not believe, but the fact is this one. This is called Holika Puja. It has documental evidence very clearly. The main purpose, as I have told you, in All Fools' Day is to clear, refresh the mind and soul and refresh the entire year and cleansing up of the pent up feelings in the human nature for that one. Another speciality, the Holika was worshipped by, first of all, she is worshipped by Gomantaka area in Gujarat, when during Dwapara Yuga, Brihadratha was ruling the country, and due to the blessings of Holika only, he begot a child called Jarasandha. He was given life by the devil Jara, who is the replica of Holika only, Jarasandha. This is explained in Mahabharata very clearly in Adi and Sambhava Parva. So, this is the one. That means many kinds of festive occasions which are considered as more popular and which are observed to be taken from other countries and other religions. No. Most, every festival has its root from Vedas and Upanishads only. But later, due to some other reason, the procedure is changed. It's something like a torrent will start. River Ganges is there. From the Himalayan mountains, it will be starting. Then the water will be very pure. Gradually, it will be coming down and it will be flowing towards the ocean. By the time extra rivers will be mingling with that one, undercurrent of water will be there, and on the banks of the Ganges, different types of people will be living, industries will be there. So automatically the water flow will be contaminated, the water flow will be changing its direction, like that. Similarly, many customs and festive occasions are changing their color and texture and other modes and norms due to so many reasons. Like this, Indian culture has given room for different types of things. Similarly, I want to give you one more aspect, that is the kites festival. I am saying, in the kites festival, you will be observing that kites will be flying, they will be set in sky, and they will be cutting with the threads will be cut like that, and they will be shouting. But kites festival also is a particular festival which was very popular in Rigvedic philosophy. Kites festival is conducted on Sankranti occasion only, that too Makara Sankranti, and not on Bhogi, Makara Sankranti only. What is it? Kites festival, they have chosen, it is chosen by Chinese people and other people due to some other reason, but it is not so. Kite in Telugu or Hindi or Sanskrit, it is called Patanga, but in Vedic philosophy, Patanga is the word given, the title given to the solar system, solar globe, that is Surya, the sun. It is a function, it is a ritual, it is a festival occasion that is addressed to the sun only. Saura Yaga they will perform on the day Makara Sankranti day. That means holy sacrifice along with fire will be conducted on that day. And after that one, after completing the yaga, all the priests will stand exactly by midday, exactly by 12 o'clock. They will stand up and holding their palms in a particular interlaced fashion. That means they will be having the folding of this one like this. In between fingers, an aperture and the gap will be there. Through that gap, actually, on the performance of holy thread marriage, they will be giving this instruction. In childhood, you can do this operation like that very quickly, because the nervous system will be cooperating by the time, along with bones and other things. Like that, they will have that gap in between the fingers, which were taken in a particular posture. Through that gap, through that slit, through that aperture, they will stare steadily. They will look at the sun in the sky. By the time the eyes get strained, they will drop it and they will clap, shouting mantras in the high pitch. They will be reciting the mantras in a louder pitch, clapping also. This is called the so-called Patanga festival. Later, it is changed due to some other reason, because Vedic Pandits only should do this one, not others. But others also should be benefited with this one. So, according to science also, it is observed that on Makara Sankranti day, from that day onwards, the winter season is going to be completed and a new season is going to be ushered in. Summer season is going to be ushered in. That's why the human bodies who have not enjoyed the true warmth of the sun, because during winter season you will have longer nights and shorter day periods. That's the problem. That's why you cannot have the complete warmth of the sun during these months in the winter season. Again, in Vaisakha and other months, horrible situation will be there due to the abnormal heat. So your body is to be accustomed to the part. That's why on Makara Sankranti day, if you stare at the sun like that at least 5 to 6 minutes without winking, automatically the solar energy will purify your body and it will prepare your body to face the changing environment. That's why that Patanga festival is taken into consideration. Here I want to recollect one event in my childhood. By the time I was in 4th class or 5th class, my teacher was explaining the concept in physics. We do not know the name physics in those days, science only, that's all. In that one, he said, when the metals are heated or something is heated, it will go expanded, and when it is kept in a cold place, it will be condensed. So this is the concept he has given. Then he asked generally, will you give any example for such things? When it is hot, it will be expansion takes place, and something is cold, it will be condensed. Immediately one of my classmates named Dharmaraju is now a farmer in my native place. He said, yes sir, summer holidays and winter vacation. He said in Telugu, Chalikalam, Vasangalam Chalavalu, Shetakalam Chalavalanti, like that. And we enjoyed that one. So this is the story behind Patanga festival. So like this, many types of traditional aspects, we are forgetting the main root, and we are thinking that we are following the principles of those great people only, and slinging mud at all Indian concepts. Please remember that one. That's why whenever you observe, never say this is great and in Indian spirit this is not there, like that. And one more aspect I want to give you. Since 20 years or so, everybody is fond of presenting laughing Buddha statue, icons of laughing Buddha. Again people say that it is from China. Why? Buddha, okay, is a great man, is a great philosopher, is a great preacher, Buddhism is a great thing. Laughing Buddha, why should have such kind of icon? Stout, short, belly will be protruding, and he will be he will not be smiling, he will be laughing in a heckling manner, and short hands and condensed body. Like this. What is this one? My dear friend, laughing Buddha concept is again from Rigveda. The icon is none but Kubera, the lord of money. The name Kubera you observe. Bera means body, frame. Kubera. He is also a celestial, but he will not be handsome at all. He will be short. He will be a dwarf. He will be physically handicapped. And not only that one, he is having a disease. He is suffering from particular disease. For that, a horrible marking will be on the chest. This is the description given of Kubera. That's why he will be in charge of money. He cannot enjoy money. That's all. And he will be laughing at the human beings. That's why laughing Buddha came into picture. Like this, many pieces of tradition which you are observing, they are brought from those things only. Like this, you can quote many examples. And one more example I want to give you. Once upon a time, I think before NTR's period or so, constables will be having caps, red and white and some other colored stripes. Red cap. Later, they changed it. People say that the red caps are observed from the Britishers only. During Britishers period, it has come into picture. They will say, oh, I see. Right. Another attire. Judges, on the final day of judgment, they have to read out the judgment sentence. Then, when they are going to read out that particular last day, they will be equipped with themselves with a particular things, especially black gown and white wig. After all, the judge may be of 40 years only, he will be having black hair. No, then also he will be having white wig only. Similarly, doctors will be wearing white coat. Nurses will be having the white dress only. Why can't they have colored dresses, something like that? Similarly, lawyers will have black coat. For all these things we say, in Roman culture it was there, we have adopted that one. But when kings were there, when kings ruled the country, they did not have black gown, something like that. They also followed the same thing. When a king is going to pronounce the sentence death, on that day he will have a red turban. He will remove the crown, he will have a red turban. Suppose he is dealing with some legal aspect, that day he will have white turban like this. This is explained in Yajurveda under the title Ushnisha Dharana. Ushnisha means the turban headgear, that one. There he says the Purohits or Brahmins or Ritviks who are following the Yajna, process of the holy sacrifice. From the long shot only, you observe them, what kind of turban headgear they are having. If they are wearing a red headgear, automatically it is come abhichara karma. To put an end to such a number of enemies or anti-social elements, if they are performing the yaga, they will have a red ushnisha, abhichara karma. Suppose they are wearing white headgears, automatically they are going to think of a peaceful atmosphere to be ushered in the society. For like that, and with health and hail, people should have the good living. For that one, the white turban is there. Similarly, black turban will be used for some other purpose. That's why magic is an excellent one. Why it is called black magic again? Every magic is not black magic, remember that one. Black, it signifies something else. This is given in Yajurveda, Ushnisha Dharana. And such aspects gradually they have spread all over the world, and they started operating those systems. And later, after Britishers period, we say that we are following their principles they have introduced, so we are doing like that. No, it is not so. Remember that. Like this, our Indian culture is quite deep rooted from generations together, only to see that every human being has the right to reach the upper world without any difficulty, but how to mend him, how to guide him, how to goad him, how to cleanse his frame, mental frame as physical frame. For all these things, Vedas have dealt the aspects very, 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 very clearly. With one more example, I want to conclude today. Later I shall answer other questions. Suppose you go to 5-star hotel, usually the bearer or the waiter or somebody will be keeping water bottle as well as cups on which side of the table. Did you observe? You will be sitting, they will be keeping the tumbler of water or jug of water or something like that onto your right side only. Later you will change that position to left side. According to Indian philosophy, when you are taking food, water tumbler should be on the right side only. When you are operating something else, the tumbler or something, the bucket of water should be on the left side. The reason it is given in Charaka Samhita or some other Vaidya Shastra Granthas and all those things also. I shall give one reason for keeping that one right side. When you are having the tumbler on the right side, you have to pick up with left hand only. By the time your trunk will be rotated and the body will be pressed, later it will be affecting the liver also. It will be giving the pressure to liver also. Then certain enzymes will be produced and they will be dumped in the stomach, and that will be useful for easy digestion. That's why earlier old age people, they used to lift with left hand, keep right hand under it, and they'll be drinking. They will say something else. This is followed in Muslim community even today also. And one more word, don't find fault with me. We'll be having our food standing and picking up from the plates. That is given a grand name, buffet dinner. Good. What is the original spelling? Buffet. What is the meaning of buffet? Please check the root from Roman or Latin or Greek. So I don't want to mention that one. You will be hurt. Nowadays, in function halls also, they are arranging chairs and tables also. Okay, that's a different issue. Actually, Vishnu Purana very clearly explained the way of taking food. Deers will be there, they will be moving hither and thither, and they will take the food. And buffaloes, I shall talk later. A tiger will be sitting, stretching its legs, and it will take the food. Similarly, birds, they will be pecking and they will be enjoying. And dogs, they will not eat, they will lick and take it. Tishtan charanti mahishaha. Only buffaloes will be enjoying their food, taking while standing only. Buffaloes, Tishtan charanti mahishaha. Buffalo, original spelling, original Latin word is buffet. Please remember, check up the dictionary, you will get the origin of the word. Like this, in various aspects, various regions, various conditions and norms and all those things are given for us in Indian culture. Most of the pieces are picked up by other countries and they have developed their own culture in that way. And later, again observing those people, we are coming to this one. And we are saying that it is adopted from so and so country like that. So please, appreciate the neighbors' endeavors, but don't blame the people who are struggling for you at home. Please remember that one. In this context, William Blake also has cautioned in a most horrible manner the nature of human beings, males, appreciating the neighboring ladies' specialities and ignoring the wives' aspects. He has given in a poem. I don't want to recite the poem at all. It is a horrible expression. It is given by William Blake. So please remember, you are raising your only one finger and saying that yes, something is great there. But you remember, towards you, there are three fingers shown. Yes, for a blemish or positive point. You are appreciating only one in outside, but you are having three inside. Please remember that one. And later, we shall talk about the aspect of other pieces of Indian culture and what are the other aspects. We shall talk about that one. And now, in the earlier 2 or 3 lectures, 2 or 3 episodes, I did not touch Shakespeare or somebody else. So, in the next part, for every bit, you will be getting one quotation from Milton, Shakespeare or Blake, Thomas Arnold, like that. We can enjoy it. I hope you may appreciate my struggle, my endeavor and suggest other people to listen and suggest me for betterment. Okay, thank you.